Artist Margaret Hodge is on a mission to address the condition of the human spirit in contemporary culture. In her eloquent abstractions, visible relationships of rhythm, movement, space, and balance stand as metaphors for internal relationships of the psyche and spirit. On the most fundamental level, the paintings reflect the artist's personal struggle to maintain inner and spiritual peace in a world filled with anxiety and change. Hodge also believes that each individual spirit is intimately connected with a broader, shared awareness. Her work reflects experiences and emotions, both past and present, both personal and universal. By revealing passages from her own journey, Hodge connects with all of us. Her early compositions begin with lines that represent the human form. What happens after that varies from painting to painting, showing changing aspects of the artist's quest. Many early works, marked by figures that are bold, hard-edged, and fully intact, make forceful narrative statements. According to Hodge, these works speak of the confinement of the human spirit and how we struggle to break free from self-imposed or culturally imposed boundaries. Indeed, in the painting Positively on the Edge, monumental figures engage the whole design space, pressing against its boundaries to create strong, unsettling tensions. There is a distinct sense of confinement. The figures yearn for liberation, but there's nothing there to indicate that freedom is near. All is in flux, one swirling figure intertwined with the next, compressed inside a rectangular world. The very cool, nearly black and white palette and the extreme value contrast it establishes creates a feeling of severity, with few in-between notes of mid-tone to temper the mood. The absence of any pure or warm color reinforces a stark and barren feeling. Other works allude to more hopeful and temperate conditions. The painting Inherent Tension, though similar in structure to Positively on the Edge, shows this. Some figurative forms are softened. A full range of earth tones replace the cool darks and lights, lending warmth and a hint of humanity. Most significant are a series of lines and marks, painted and scratched into the surface, that stand independent and apart from the figurative forms. These non-representational elements push the figures back into the space, furnishing an additional layer of meaning. In Awakening, relationships are more tempered. A lone figure, while tightly confined within the rectangle, seems to draw into the space rather than fight with it. The glow of warm color is quite intense, and the artist's manipulations of surface become more prominent and take on a more active role. In the painting Symphony, the transition is even more pronounced. Now, a lone presence reclines, at ease, basking in great warmth and light. At the same time, the artist's non-objective line and mark-making, and the movements and shapes they create, are as much the subject of the work as the figure. In Hodge's most recent compositions, she integrates figure with environment, as well as individual and collective spirit. In works such as Airborne and Inner City, single forms are no longer isolated and compartmentalized, but fully integrated into the larger whole. Figurative movements that initiate the painting process are barely present, or are at best minor elements in the final work, showing that the individual spirit is less important to the artist than the larger whole. Relationships of shapes, rhythmic movement, surface quality, and color serve as a bridge to the transcendent and universal. Hodge's most recent work joins struggle with compassion to produce her most evolved work. Her continuing journey is at an inspiring place. The paintings are there as portals for us all.